I'm 62 now. Though the mirror tells a different story some mornings, lines etch deeper than I remember carving. Hair thin to silver wisps, joints that creak like old floorboards after rain. 2 years ago, a doctor's quiet sentence changed everything. Medically retired. No dramatic collapse, no heroic battle, just a slow, insistent unraveling of the body that had carried me this far. The forced pause gave me something I'd never had in abundance: time. Time to sit still, to look backward without the blur of motion, to ask the questions I'd always outrun. If I could sit across from my 18-year-old self, the restless kid with paint-stained fingers, cheap cigarettes, and dreams bigger than his bank account, I wouldn't lecture. I'd simply hand him a cup of coffee and say, "Listen close, because time is the only currency that never forgives theft. And the things you're chasing right now, the perfect body, the big house, the job that impresses strangers, those aren't the prizes. They're distractions. What matters is what's happening inside you, that quiet inner compass, that stubborn spark. Protect it, feed it, because everything else fades." I've spent the last 40 years wandering a crooked path. I guided ski tours through blinding white Alps, poured pints in smoky Dublin pubs, waited tables in sun-bleached Greek islands, cooked late-night feasts in Berlin basements, taught art to bored teenagers in community centers, bounced between cities like a stone skipping across water. I never stayed long enough to put down deep roots, yet somehow the one constant thread was always there: my sketchbook, my brushes, the stubborn refusal to let the world tell me art was a hobby, not a life. I never made a fortune from it. Galleries rarely called, but every canvas, every charcoal smear, every late-night session under a bare bulb was an act of defiance. It was proof that I existed beyond the paycheck, beyond the expectations. Do I regret the years of scraping by? The months when rent was late and dinner was bread and whatever was cheap? No. Those lean times taught me hunger isn't always the enemy. Sometimes it sharpens the eye, clears the mind. I didn't have much, but I had freedom. Freedom to wake up in a new city and feel the pulse of it without obligation. Freedom to fail spectacularly and keep going. Freedom to say yes to experiences that scared me and no to paths that felt safe but hollow. If I could whisper one urgent truth to that 18-year-old Elias, it would be this: guard your health above all else. Time accelerates as you age. 26 years in the Netherlands have vanished like smoke. I look at photographs of my children when they were small round cheeks, gap-toothed grins, tiny hands clutching mine, and it feels like last summer. Yet those summers are gone, irretrievable. I cherish the memories fiercely now because I know how fragile they are. Health is the foundation. Without it, time becomes a thief instead of a gift. I wish I'd understood sooner how destructive alcohol could be. Not the occasional glass of wine with friends, but the nights when one drink became 5, then 10, then oblivion. I wish I'd seen drugs for what they were: shortcuts that steal tomorrow to pay for today. Every lost hour, every foggy morning, every missed sunrise is time you never get back. The older you become, the faster the days blur. Months turn to years. Years turn to decades. Blink, and the child in your arms is a grown man with children of his own. I don't regret the wandering years. They shaped me. The hard nights, the wild laughter, the near misses that almost ended me, they all belong to the mosaic. Some experiences were beautiful, some were brutal. A few nearly killed me, but each one added texture, depth, color to the person I am today. I'm not perfect, far from it. But I'm content inside my own skin. That quiet contentment is worth more than any external marker of success. I've been married to Lena for 29 years. We met in a tiny Amsterdam cafe during a rainstorm. She was reading poetry. I was sketching strangers. We argued, we laughed, we learned to compromise, to forgive, to choose each other again and again. Raising our 2 children, now adults, with their own lives, wasn't always graceful. There were sleepless nights, mistakes, tears, but we stayed. We built something durable. In a world where relationships fracture so easily that endurance feels like a small miracle, deep down, we all crave purpose. Not the loud, performative kind, the quiet certainty that your days mean something. For me, it has always been art. Even when I was working odd jobs to pay bills, I painted. Late nights, early mornings, stolen moments. Now, with the world slowed down, I paint every day. Not for galleries or praise, but because it is who I am. It is how I make sense of the chaos, how I process joy and grief, how I stay connected to the boy who first picked up a pencil and felt the world open. This season of life, medically retired, body more fragile than it used to be, has been a gift in disguise. For the first time, I'm not splitting my energy between survival and creation. Bills are still there. Of course, we live modestly, but they no longer own me. I can pour everything into what matters. The canvas in front of me, the conversation with Lena over morning coffee, the video call with my grandchildren where we draw together on opposite sides of the screen. I no longer care what other people think. The pressure to look a certain way, to own certain things, to impress strangers, it has evaporated. What remains is self-respect, pride in the man I've become through trial and error, relief at no longer playing the game. After 40 years, I've learned this. The people around you are the real wealth, not in a transactional way, not what can they do for me, but in simple human presence, giving time freely, listening without agenda, helping a stranger because they need it, not because it earns points. The more we live that way, at home, in our neighborhoods, in small daily acts, the better the world becomes. It starts small. It starts here. If I could sum up 4 decades in a handful of truths, they would be these. Protect your health fiercely. It is the vessel that carries everything else. Guard your time even more fiercely. It is the only thing you cannot earn back. Avoid the traps excess alcohol, drugs, distractions that steal both. Chase what lights you up inside, even when the world calls it impractical. Build real relationships, ones rooted in presence, forgiveness, and choice. Find your purpose and feed it daily. It doesn't have to pay the bills. It has to feed your soul. Let go of what others think. Self-respect is louder than applause. Give time generously to the people you love. That is where meaning lives. I don't know how many more mornings I'll wake to the smell of coffee and the blank canvas waiting. But while I'm here, I'm going to paint. I'm going to love. I'm going to be fully present. Because at the end, when the light fades and the voice is quiet, what remains isn't the house or the car or the titles. It's the quiet certainty that you lived true to yourself, that you loved well, that you left a little more beauty and kindness in the world than you found. If these words found a soft place in you, if they reminded you of something you already know but have forgotten, stay with me. Subscribe if you want more quiet conversations like this. Give a thumbs up if it resonated. And most importantly, look inside today. Ask yourself, what matters most right now? Then protect it, feed it, live it, because time doesn't wait for us to catch up. I'm Elias Moreau. Thank you for listening. I'll see you soon.